walking along the railway today just because, well, it's not just because, it's a good sort of clarifier about things. Typically when you're not walking alongside the highway or whatever with a bunch of fat heads, hungry eyeballs gawking at you and so on, eventually the railway separates from the roadside. Thankfully, there's nice places all about and all around like that. Which is nice. So anyway, there's an ongoing event, you know, called Porch Fest or whatever. It was up in Trumansburg this time. I asked and reached out about playing in any of the spaces, and yet again get this treatment of being some sort of entity that can't filter through to get any correlation between myself and other people. And quite frankly, all I really want to do is just play my tunes. It's the one thing of catharsis and healing and social connective that I could splay through with on the planet. So this is New York. I mean, you're just waiting to have some bozo that doesn't have anything better to do than drag somebody down shouting some aloof nonsense at you for doing your own healing thing. It's the same way that it feels about trying to get shows around here and everything like that. I'm trying to maintain my capacity for keeping my head above my shoulders and everything like that, so to say. Anyway, just spot down this way. Right down through here. There's a snake. Hey buddy. Fucker struck at me. Haha. You see him? I can't tell because I'm not looking through the viewfinder right now. Now to the snake it might appear that I'm designating my path towards him. That's not the case. Now, there is a chance the snake will come through one of these holes here and bite out at me, but not if I jump to there. There we go, and jump to here. Well, that was exciting. I haven't been on the railway tracks out this way in the longest time. I stopped for several brevities and wasn't even going to come out this way because I knew I was going to have to pass my neighbor by. Maybe get small talked for 40 minutes or so. But you know. So anyway, with the water backdrop here, I'm not sure how audible I might be. I must say, it feels nice to be out this way again. Things change so much in your habitat and so on that it's nice that at least in this moment there isn't a housing complex built everywhere where there's no blade of grass at all to be seen. Thankfully, it's like this. So, I could set this camera down here. I have this taste of this last sip of seltzer that resonates with me. Yeah, anyway. Okay. So, existence and all that kind of stuff. It's another day on the planet. That's intriguing. So if I can't get any allowance to play any of the shows up there or anything like that, and I don't really know why, other than socially I'm probably not, like, you know, whatever. You know, my social integrity is pretty much like I'd just rather be here where I am right now. But I love to perform and play music, and I like to try to reach out to create and everything like that. I have a handbook on the gentrification of trust fund hipsters that I'm trying to like make feasible to be readable. It's my own experience of that. Basically, just being creativity. You know, I am creativity. You know, I'm just not any of these schloos of like forcing other people to believe in certain things and everything like that. And that really took a knock-on on my existence, I suppose. I really just try to demonstrate what it is I do off of being 100 zillion% DIY and everything like that. But I get some very weird responses, and I get aloof circumstances of explanation whenever I try to like book anything or have this judgment upon me. And I don't know if it's because I don't play in a typical style, or I don't have nepotism connections and everything like that. And it's really weird when you have people act all nice to you and everything like that, and give you the like thumbs up of like good camaraderie and everything like that, and then they don't show up to your show at all and everything like that, and then they want you to show up to their shows. But it meant a lot building up to being able to go out and play and everything like that. So if that porch fest thing, I reached out to see if anyone would let me do any porches or anything like that, and like nothing, man, nothing. But you know, if you fit a certain script, everyone will jump on the opportunity for it. And one of the strangest things in the world is being judged, you know, when people don't know you, and you don't want to bend your ways to be accepted, at least for me. A lot of other people probably really do. I bet the wind filter on this right now is messing everything up. It's gonna rain out soon. But anyway, to close the video, for what the intent of the video was anyhow, I'm gonna go up there anyway, and I'm gonna play anyway. And even if I don't have a porch to play on, and they're probably gonna go all authority on me, even though everyone's so open-minded in this county, I guess I test the limits of alternative thinking around here, really. One of the things people will hate you for the most is if they can't pin you down and figure you out, because I'm still figuring myself out in this life. I know everyone knows of themselves, what makes themselves as people. Sometimes it's things they saw growing up that allowed them to feel uplifted. For me, that was probably going to antique fairs with my grandparents. So there's a lot of things regarding old collectibles or whatever that make my life my life. For example, I never sought out to get a cafe racer motorbike. Apparently those got pretty hip in the last few years, but I got one because I could afford it, and I still have it, and I still take care of it. And it's like that with instruments, and it's like that with music and sound for me. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the thing, and if they don't want me there, they can buzz off, and I'm gonna play anyway, and they'll have to drag me away, and I'll be up in a tree. I swear, I'm gonna be up in a tree, and I'll play a song set from up in a tree, and that'll be my porch. And the designation of it being my porch is that it's where I want to be. It's made out of wood, and I'm playing music from it. So that's the thing. And if I have any further successes or any protuberances of, you know, playing around this area, I'm just going to speak about it. I have some things to speak about regarding a local magazine or whatever here. So whatever, man. I'm just going to live as I do, though. It's been a long while since coming out and doing this, though. You know, it paid off risking passing the neighbor, I suppose. There are a million little gremlin dogs. But now today's game. Oh, see? Check that out. I have a video of when I put this here as a kind of monument, because it looked neat. They look like a wooden seahorse or something like that. But anyway, let's just go through this way here. Enough with the ranting about things. I just have to say stuff sometimes, you know. I saw a social counselor, which was a practically useless endeavor, and I saw the person like twice at this point, and they already put a meeting off 3 weeks from now, and I had 2 misscheduled appointments. Nobody in the office knows what they're doing. I think therapy and counseling and so on has become such a normalized profession that a bunch of normies come in. And people like me that basically have themselves figured out, but just need to get the social stuff figured out and everything like that. Don't really find any use from those sort of scenarios. I think it might be the area. How the hell do people just up and move though? That's what I wonder. Anyway, I'm gonna keep coming through along this pathway. Hopefully not find any poison ivy. It's a wall of thorns. What do you do with a wall of thorns? You just pass them by, that's all. Same with the snake. It's like, don't flip out about it, you'll be alright. Well, I can assess the level of social atmospheres based on different counties, and it's just affording the gas money to drive out where it's actually worth it, where there's a better receptivity for actual open ideas. If you get forced into areas of alternative thinking, forced alternative thinking is closed-mindedness. I think that's a valuable assessment. It's better than anything that social counselor I had could ever say to me. She'll probably watch that someday. Watch this. It's true. I should be the one teaching that person. But anyway. Before it rains out, I'd like to find a couple nice stones. Think of it as not being an immaculate process or project, you know, to heighten my life experience or anything, but to me it's worth it. Over at this bend up here actually is where I found some lucky stones, like 3 of them, maybe in around a decade of time. So what do you think? We had a cross right here. Hoppin's gonna get a wet foot up this way, up the further ways I was just at, so do it like this. Kind of like my camera's in here, so I could do it like I should. Now I don't assess my weight gain or whatever, not that there's that much of it between years. Uh-oh. Yeah, that one was about to break. It's like that it's like that Legends of the Hidden Temple game. I was on the kids channel a long time ago. Alright. I try not to bust branches or anything, but hit my marbles. Not my marbles, but you know, my jewels. I smack my jewels. Alright. There we go. I just fell. I hit my elbow, which is alright. I didn't land in the water. I got caught. I just fell and I got caught. Right to there. Now that's no big deal. That's kind of fun. It was kind of fun that happened. Anyway, I'm gonna go up this way, I guess. So that happened, and that was all right. I'm kind of happy that happened. It's a reminder that you're an adventurer. All this normal life crap. That normal life crap is nothing. Oh! Alright. Slippery sliding. Yeah, there you go. And I made it. I'm across the stream. It's either whamming your elbow like I did. I thought I was going right in the water. I was ready. I was like, oh no, wet sucks. I'd rather bruise that elbow and deal with it having to heal than getting my socks wet. or get my camera wet, you know? By the way, I realize I look like I'm dead because I haven't slept well in about 4 years. And it's because I'm a little bit, I guess what you call cranky, for basically being judged in a town that's so-called alternative thinking and getting like hardly any show bookings or anyone turning up to my shows. My stuff's not everybody's cup of tea, I understand that, but I think it's at least alluring enough in that I'm riding on the seam of my pants whenever I do what I do, because I trust intuition when I play, and for me that's fun. Although I might say some things that probably seem to get me in trouble if I actually am honest about things, just because I don't think a lot of people can handle real human nature. I just did. Look at that. Look at that, wow. See, that's something that has meaning to me. You can't go to JCPenney or Kohl and get an exact version of this. That's just a stick. So what if it's just a stick? It's worth it. That's what I like. Anyway, hey, since I'm going to be outspoken anyway, I might as well go all the way with it. I think I'll, you know, record some commentary about how I really feel about things, being someone that on this earth wants to mix having a heart of fire but also maintaining strength. Also, being under 6 feet tall really puts you into the shit zone too, by the way. People are liars when they say they don't judge you. Let's be honest about it. Also, having a 401k, having no soul, being boring, that's what a lot of people want. You want to know something better? You think I can't jump this? Alright. Oh! I splashed my heels! I remember I was skating with my friends off the loading dock and I felt that kind of like core vortex up the spine. That was neat. Except I just splashed a little water on my display screen. Oh well. So anyway, hi, I'm a little marsupial. I made it across the divot there, the stream. That was fun. It's actually looked like doesn't look like much from there, but where'd I jump from? Right there. See, that's why I got this stick. I can like point at stuff now. Ain't that great? The same when I have stamina, or whatever. Not stamina, there's another word there, but I don't care. I'm not here to amuse you, by the way. I'm just recording because I feel like it, so. Look at this, though. Look at the shore. The shore is absolute splendor. This is why I like, and this is what I missed and I needed in my life. Everyone else plays these mating games and look, I mean, come on, what is this? Is this a meteor? Look at that, I never saw that there before. Did it wash up to come two and two? I'm talking about the whole rock here. That's amazing. That's where Recluse stream used to be, right here. It's turning into a swimming hole again in a way, but it used to be up there. And that place was the most wonderful place of mystical heaven that no tattooed trust fund hipster alcoholic could ever dream up, and I'm glad none of them knew about it. By the way, I could imagine getting along with these people too. I'm just kind of poking at it. It's just they, you know, stole so much of my opportunities by invading my area and then judging me and what's it called, ostracizing me and everything. So I do believe in healing, but I'm gonna fend for myself, put a garter on myself like you wouldn't believe. Okay, Recluse stream kind of like was up through here, and you could even see that tree log there, that old dry one. I have a zoom. I have a protector cap on here that blurs sometimes. It blurs what I'm looking for, but that tree was part of the waterfall of Recluse Stream, and I'd come down here and yes, I'd meditate, I'd swim, I would invocate, I would sunbathe, build. I'd build a lot. Oh, I just dropped my stick out of habit because I was just done using it, but I want to keep that. I like that quite a bit. Hopefully I get some more rest in my life sometime, but I have some updates on the camper. From a camper and then a large barn space to make into a recording studio. I said it a few times already. Also, it's known that these are not uploaded in a linear order or whatever. They're not uploaded in a sensical order. And some of the things I said probably won't even be uploaded at all or anything, but it's okay. Yeah, that's not that bad. That's fun. That jumping and then landing and having that wave go up my spine and everything. Like when you take a drop off a high object when you're skateboarding or whatever. That felt really nice. Anyway, yeah, that was part of the tree. It ran right across, and it was probably from a willow. Like up here you have one. And then the water just ran right into a perfect enough to me sphere, and it was pretty deep. And you get turtles that would come over here. I mean, there could even be turtles over here right now. One was so gigantic, and I always just assume that they're not alive when I see turtles because they're so slow and they don't move at all. And it's so hot out when I see them. It's so amazingly baking hot, and that's what they love, you know. I could climb up that way to get where I need to go, but I won't, because that might be the, you know, wagering of daring that pushes it over today. I've already done my 2 of those, I think, so I have to listen back later and see if A, the wind filter needs to be on, and B, if switching between views so often is good for the audio or not. But who am I anyway? But one of a billion vloggers. So standing on one right now. Look at this. Look at all the growth that comes off of it and all the moss. And twisting vines attached. So much better than walking down the street not belonging and having zillions of cash-loaded college kids give you looks of death because they don't know and don't care. But worst of all, sometimes pretend to know and pretend to care because they can add it to a resume. Alright. Well, one of the trees doesn't look like it's dead. It looks like it's hanging in there. But I think it's dead and just holding on. Some old videos of birds hanging out in the treetops from that tree that had fallen. And this used to be walkable through here. Not so much now. Yeah. I don't know how long I could push the video up to just deciding if that's poison ivy right there or not. You want to endure that too or not? Do the elbow drop, crossing the stream, hop the stream, and then do some poison ivy. I don't think that's poison ivy. Isn't that what they all say though? We'll find out. I'll let everyone know. Most people I have around are probably the kind of people that want me to falter and want me to get poison ivy. I'd rather have people around that are supportive and uplifting. But you can tell my general consensus or whatever, you know. Alright. Oh, man. Smells like a perfume of sorts. They got wet and slick. I have some intense terrain to heave up right now. And it doesn't make sense to be like, oh, look at me, I can do this. But I think that given having to pass through and go up a slant that's like this, and coming across bees, coming across bees too. I'm going to continue on with my journey. Catch you later.